to start at the tear duct. I'm going to work my way up towards her hairline. And then I'm going to buff in whatever product I have there, right under her eye. Beth, can you see? Yeah. So by doing this, I'm taking all the attention upwards as opposed to focus it on that problem area that we have. Now I'm just going to buff out all these edges. So I'm just going to go in here, and I'm going to try to avoid working any of this product down. I want all of this to go up. It doesn't matter if it goes into her cheek because bronzer is going to go on there, blush is going to go on there, it's not going to be noticeable, okay? So what I'm going to do, from that line that I created, I'm just going to work this up until it's really, really nicely blended. So I'm just taking it, just flicking it upwards. You can use a really dense brush. This one is e.l.f. actually, so this one I think is sold at like Walmart and stuff too. Really great brushes. And all I'm going to do is I'm just going to keep flicking up. And I'm not going to necessarily buff this all the way in. Because it is a lighter color, it doesn't look scary. Like, it's not a black color like that where it's super, like a totally different color than her skin. It's relatively close to the bronzer that I'm going to use on her, so it's not too crazy. Okay? So do we see the effect that this side, sorry, look straight ahead, like this side of her face and this side of her face, how it's got a little bit more dimension? That's what we're looking to do. But do you see how it's a little bit higher? Her cheekbone is technically a little bit lower. But when I start buffing in the bronzers and stuff, that's going to slowly start to come down, and makeup moves throughout the day. Regardless of what you put on it, regardless of what brand you use, makeup will move. So if you put it too low, it's going to come too low, and it's just going to make you look like you have fat droopy cheeks. So I'm going to do the same thing on the other side. It's not, yeah, so it's not going to sit super dark, or it's not going to look chalky or muddy or anything like that. What I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take a fluffy brush, and I know a lot of contour videos and stuff, they have these like ridiculous, they have these like ridiculous brushes that are super dense, and like they will expose so much product. If you use a little bit of a a fluffier brush, it's going to be easier for you to buff this out. So I'm going to take a fair amount of product because, like I said, this is a buildable coverage bronzer. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to start at the outer corners of her face and work my way in, and I'm just going to swipe downwards, okay? So by doing this, not only am I hiding that crazy line because now I'm starting to buff that out, the contour line that I just did, I'm just going to buff this in right underneath there. So now what this is doing is it's crisp. Not only is it making it even more crisp, but it's adding a little bit more dimension to the face. And once I'm done buffing down towards the lip, I'm going to just buff this down towards the jawline as well.
Thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and stay tuned because there's lots more to come.